I have actually started. I'm just gonna eat some fudge.
What, just at the beginning of the video?
Yeah.
Well, while you do that, I'll say welcome to a new
rainbow
series.
Skittle flavoured fudge. It's not very nice.
You are fucking disgusting.
It's not very nice.
Then stop eating it!
No, it's sugary!
Yeah.
I'm addicted.
Welcome to our new series.
Oh, it's brand new series, everyone.
We have run out of...
No, because we've not wanted, but we thought about doing this for a while. And it's not because we ran out. You didn't think of anything. But I was planning on this, unless you somehow pulled that video out your ass. So yeah, I was planning on doing this today. Because we need to try it. And it's like, we literally just look at the Reddit and answer your questions. And talk about what's on the community's mind. And make fun of people who post horrible NSFW art. Which I know there's some already.
Yeah, I've watched some in a scientific manner.
Not NSFW in the sense of like actually 18+, but I saw some, and it will be in this video.
We'll see it again.
Yeah.
All right.
And if you can see me. Look at me. It's me. Hello. Hi. Hello.
You can't see me. Not hi. Not hello.
He's behind me. I'll show you him.
I'm in his walls.
I don't have like any like action figures or anything. Oh, this turtle. Hold on.
Is it a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or just a normal turtle?
No, it's this little ceramic turtle.
That is me.
Wait, you can see me?
If you hadn't guessed already, this isn't going to be a fairly efficient video. It's going to be us just going through Reddit. So if you seem to find that entertaining, then you're in for
we'll make it entertaining. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Then maybe we should start, Harry.
Anyway, so look at this. Look at this, guys. What? Humour.
It is true. I had to read that a lot of times to understand what he was saying, but
it's also wrong
true.
though. No, it's not.
No, it is.
Glyphid bulk is just a dreadnought, I guess. Anyway, it's just links to the Reddit. So this.
It's not Reddit.
It's the same thing. You're right. I don't agree with him though, because that's a descriptive term. The bulk part.
Oh, just a glyphid. It suggests that there's a glyphid.
It does.
Which is true.
yeah. It's just a glyphid. And maybe a glyphid bulk is like a Praetorian or something. Because obviously bulk's just a descriptive term there. You're not funny.
I'm pretty sure.
Me, myself, and sadly I. Oh God. That's quite the name.
Name is actually funnier than the joke.
I think we need to like get like past ads like quickly. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't show them for some reason.
Yeah, we're not getting paid to show them.
How to fix my broken beard physics? I don't know, man.
On that.
Don't click on it. I mean, the whole thing's there. When I load the game, I own the beard physics seem to be disabled. Yeah, we can't help with bugs.
No. Jesus.
That's brilliant.
What is craft beers an actual thing?
Yeah, absolutely. And they were very
170 of them.
Oh my God, that's a lot, isn't it? Yeah, craft beers is a real thing, but because in Deep Rock they're not actually called that. They're called craft brackets a ball beers because it's like a joke. They're craft beers, but they're craftable. And I don't really know. It's literally just going to say craft, and this guy is like you, I guess. He didn't know that craft beers were a real thing. My leg 96. This is going to be really awkward, assuming that we share this video to the Reddit.
We're not. I refuse to.
Okay, I didn't know. I wasn't sure.
We don't want the people making fun of to see us. But it sees you. They can see you, Harry. They're going to get you. They're going to get your ass.
Why would they want to?
Because you're making fun of their humour and.
Also, we use this. The fact that this is in the real world is crazy, but I used this in a thumbnail once. These guys, but they were drillers. It was the driller and an engineer. And someone somewhere mentioned like it might be in this video. I don't know how far back we're going to end up going. because I saw it last night. It was someone talking about new beers, and he his idea was abyss piss, which is horrible, frankly. Right, and these people were getting their friend to play and showing him around. I think I saw like the final image was pretty interesting. Yeah,
it's like put it in like a scrapbook.
Gunk seeds in liquid morkite.
My first Reddit Galactic, and it's just like gunk seeds.
I mean, we've done a few of these with like your brother, James's brother.
Yeah, we've introduced a lot of people to this game,
and it hasn't
none
stuck.
of them are stuck. Which clearly doing something wrong. Thing is though, like everyone has come out of it saying it's a good game, but just not playing it. just they don't continue playing.
Well, yeah, look, I didn't want to do this necessarily to make fun of people, but I will be making fun of this because this is horrible.
Well, I think it was just a normal. Well, it's not a normal. It was like a weird. It was an artist like post basically. They were like, "Give me any video game character," and then you could pick like a look for them to wear, and then they'd draw it.
Right.
And someone did the Driller one first.
Yeah. Oh god, there's Molly as well. I mean, that's fine because you didn't have to.
And then they all picked the obviously the bunny get up. I think it's actually like Playboy, isn't it? Like that's like that look.
But take that away. This engineered design is actually really good without that. I don't know why I like it.
I think
looks good.
It bears note that like they look a lot better on Scout and Engineer than. Well, I think it's because like
Tyler.
Like,
well, yeah, the bow tie. I don't know. They don't have it, so maybe it's that.
Yeah, I think they agree with the headcanon that Engineer and Scout are women, which I'm really fond of.
Shut up. What? I didn't realise it was from that.
IRL.
We're spreading. Apparently it's a meme. But this is weird, though, to me, because, what is it? It's digging through the fourth wall. I hope there's nothing cursed above me. Wait, no, Driller, I'm sorry. So this is, like, from a different subreddit, but it's definitely referencing Deep Rock. Especially the pickaxe. That's a straight up pickaxe.
Actually,
Deep Rock pickaxe.
I never said this because I never actually made the video. But I was going to do a video on why Escort Duty can suck a fat one. And I still might, but it kind of just fell behind. And on that video, I was kind of just gathering some like images. I looked up Doretta, and I was scrolling through, and I noticed there's a lot of fan art of Doretta. And a lot of that is, humanized. If
Anthropomorphized.
That's the word. And there was then in that faction, first of all, there was one of them that was really good, but then I looked into it, and there was a porn version of it that they drew. As like the armor gets stripped away, but that's pretty bad. So at that point, even the ones that I thought were good turns out to be porn. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. But there was also one where it was a giant, like, animal version.
Whoa. Gross. I guess Deep Rock aren't a fan of furries. We're not.
I think it also bears notice that the person that posted this to the Reddit found this in the furry IRL Reddit, meaning that they probably are also on that. So yeah, point is there is furries in the fan base, which I think is a case for all fan bases.
That's fine. Oh look, okay, it's a spoiler. So it's spoilers, although I'm guaranteeing you this isn't going to be a spoiler. See, it's from Skyrim.
It's Carl.
Oh, it's Carl. What's he saying? Can't sleep well no matter how much drink I got in me.
Oh, is that one of the people that you just like give beer to? You don't gain anything from that, do you? You just some people
a
just
gift of charity, I think, which is like a buff, like a
I'd
temporary
rather
buff.
give a septum to like one of the random hags. Like
Yeah, but you don't have to get anything from it. I like giving the beer to the guys because it's fun, it's nice.
I think if you give them tons, they should just buy.
There's just guys you encounter on the road, and they're
I've bumped into
I
them.
like giving those guys beer. They're fun.
Well, you can drink with them, can't you?
Yeah, I do.
They're like have a pint.
Look, here we go. We can help someone else. Hold on.
Does anyone know what killed me
me
here? I can't believe one shot you on full health.
Well, there's a few things that can do that, to be fair.
All right, I was about to say, what are they on? Deep Dive Elite Stage 2. So what hazard are we looking at?
5. Straight up.
5. First of all, it's also not actually on full health. Don't want to be a bit of a nitpicker, but
yeah, but if it can kill you from that, it can probably kill you from full health.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit crowded over here.
Wait, what? I got one shot.
Just exploders. It was just exploders. Yeah. Listen and see the effect.
I did see the effect, actually.
I got one shot.
It's the sparks in the left. I can hear it. It's exploders. It just got, I guess, a couple just crawled up behind him. Like, I think
Well,
two
what
can probably
happens
do that.
when your game audio is too low. That's why I get killed by them so often. Is you just, if your audio isn't on, I assume, look at the comments, see if anyone else noticed it.
Yeah,
as well.
that's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
They really do punish.
Yeah, they know. I guess this guy's, he's not even that new, though. That's the thing.
It can just happen. If you just don't have the audio up, then it's game over.
The thing is, I think one probably wouldn't have killed him, but two would. That's the thing, easily.
Yeah.
So it just needs to be two of them, and they just snuck up. Hold on, that's important actually. Is that regenerative bugs? Yeah, not exploding. Because in explode infestation, those exploders are the ambush ones in the groups. They're actually like basically silent.
Oh, is that an actual thing? Are they quieter?
Yeah, I don't even think they make the hissing sound. You can barely hear them. Obviously, you can hear the explosion, and they're faster too. All right, let's judge someone's fashion choices.
I want to do this at some point as well. If we do keep this up, we can have different variants. The Deep Rock fashion, I wouldn't mind getting into.
Oh, the Deep Rock fashion subreddit.
I feel like we're one of the few Deep Rock YouTubers that actually gives a shit on the fashion of the game, or at least openly.
We do.
So I feel like we could, I could definitely do a video on that, just complaining about how shit or admittedly good some of them are.
Although apparently this guy's so bad that he actually got downvoted at least once. So this engineer, honestly,
is this supposed to be his looks or just his builds? I think it's a bit of everything, right?
Let's see. It's just his four
Four
classes.
classes in their current state.
Well, yeah, there is a problem here. The fact that he's using strong arm. Also, I don't like the welding helmet, but I do like this. I really like this shard diffractor.
Yeah, but look, he's using the reload thing, but he's got the shard diffractor. You don't need it for that.
Oh, well, he might not be like a shard diffractor guy necessarily. It might be his favourite, but I don't know if that's really the point here. He might, Born Reggie's just good on engineer. He might just be using it. He might not have taken it off. I don't think he put it on for the shard diffractor. That's what I'm saying. But he is using overdrive booster, and I don't respect that either.
I tried using it yesterday, and I'm not fond of it. No. It doesn't actually feel like that big of an increase when you start using it.
Oh god.
Oh, that is sad.
Is it? I don't hate it. I think that, I didn't notice this. I think he's tried to.
That orange bit.
There's orange bits here. I think that's what he's tried to pair it with.
I mean,
also, it's a good, strong build too.
That is actually, honestly, that is it. That's the build right there.
This guy's perk choices upset me because he's got strong arm again, and he's also using second wind.
He really likes strong arm, but honestly, those two, that's the build. That is probably my strongest build, or the strongest build in the game, I would say. Neurotoxin, payload, and lead spray. I think you can't really get any better than that.
The problem is the accuracy of this, isn't it? Because the strongest build in the game would have to be strong in every scenario, I guess.
Well, you with range, you just use the Thunderhead and just neurotoxin them. If you have the range at your side, just slowly kill them with neurotoxin. It's when they get close and they're a threat, you whip out lead spray, deal with them immediately because it does obscene amounts of damage. And not to mention the ammo efficiency.
4 out of 7.
I think the look
rubbed me the
wrong way at first. Classic Scout, hover clock and cryo minelets.
Yeah.
And he's using strong arm again.
But I mean on Scout as well, that's really upsetting for me.
I don't even think it's like that anymore. I think it's just a thing he uses. Also, he's using Berserker. Has he been using that on other ones as well?
No. I guess he likes it on Scout. Maybe it's the Cryo thing.
Probably the Cryo thing.
Even though I think the power attack doesn't. Oh, actually, it deals both area and direct damage. Actually.
Yeah.
But the look, I can't deal with this.
In all fairness, it's very hard to make a good looking Scout. I've barely got like 2 Scouts that I actually like the look of.
I guess it must be because I think the Roughneck is one of the better ones.
No, honestly, I cannot get that shit to work at all. Like I'm constantly trying to, but it just doesn't happen. I don't know why. I mean, I just can't stand it.
So no like cohesiveness between the look of the weapon and the guy in this one.
Is while I was making,
which
trying
we're
to
pretty
get that to
autistic
work,
about.
I realised that I wanted to change from Roughneck, and that I don't actually use Roughneck on like basically anything. I don't use it.
Yeah, I do think Roughneck is one of the lesser ones because Dawn of the Dread. Even though I'm not a big fan of the armor, that skin, especially the weapon skin, is god tier.
Yeah.
Roughneck, you can use that. It's a fine paint job actually, but
paint job is good. Yeah.
I think it would be good if the armor paint job for Roughneck is horrible.
For Roughneck.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about Dawn of Dread.
The Dawn of Dread armor paint job's pretty decent. He's using it here because it's slightly garish on.
It's a nice texture
on Scout and Engineer, but yeah, I like it. I do like it, and it's slightly more
Gunner.
Subtle on Gunner and Driller. It's the Driller. Oh dear.
Oh my! I see what he was going for, at least, kind of. I think he was going for like a glyphid look.
I like it.
Rate his build, like the actual ones. Once again, strong arm, but
this is what I use.
Yeah.
So
is it
good?
Do you know if it's same mods?
Not because he's using the temperature shock thing.
Yeah, and look at the pump. Is he using like fragments? Isn't that eye on the direct damage boost?
Yeah, direct hit.
Yeah.
Effects.
So why has he got bigger puddles and more puddles?
Because that's you just forget that's not a bad idea because you're covering for one part with the overclock and then you focus on the other part with your mods.
So he's just got like a all rounder.
That's a fine thing to do. I don't understand this though. If you're listening, if you're watching, don't use this specifically with the sludge pump. If it just so happens that this build is not, you're not always using the sludge pump with this.
Yeah.
Fine, but contagion transmitter and that go together amazingly. So.
The thing is, though, is that you could argue the same thing as you argue the other one. That radioactive plays along with the sludge pump enough, right? Double stacking effects. It then means that if he does switch to a different one, he can temperature shock.
Yeah.
And without having to touch the wave,
it's
good with all of them.
I have both existing. I've got 2 loadouts that use this. One with that on it, one with contagion transmitter.
Yeah. So you really do like that, the radioactive one?
Yeah, I think it's one of the best things ever, actually.
All right. Let's see 2 comments. Let's see what anyone else.
There's 2 comments. Disgusting. And it's just.
It's just Rock and Stone.
It's brilliant.
Someone disliking it and then rocking and stoning. That's about the community.
Some questions about Gunner. Need help here. All right. Oh, okay. I just realised something. If we're actually supposed to be answering questions, I should probably give a response. But if someone's commented like the correct thing,
which they most likely always have,
how mole work? How much damage will it add? And how minigun tier 4C works? I don't remember what that is.
I just can't understand what it means.
Right, okay, I think this guy's got it. Mole increases damage of the shot by 150 each time it hits solid ground, which it will penetrate through. That's good enough. I mean, it's not... This is a bit weird. It's actually every time it hits solid... It has to pass through to damage something, but this is technically correct. Tier 4C, it's a damage boost when you're fully stabilised, which is a bit confusing for some people because does that mean when I'm not moving or? But oh wait, hold on. Actually, I might be wrong about that. Let's have a look.
You always just have Carl up.
Yeah, tier 4C. Right. It increases spin down time, meaning that it stays it stays shootable instantly for longer. It increases the amount of time until you have to spin up again. Oh, what?
Right.
Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe this guy's right. I don't know. I'm not going to answer because he's saying something. He's talking about just accuracy. Well, this guy. He just didn't even talk about it. He's only talking about the mole. Oh dear. See, I'm not going to say anything because this guy might just be right and I might not be. But Carl says that max stability is actually accuracy. So I was wrong about this. Anyway, let's move on. What the hell? Oh, Actress Cronus is going to love this.
Made a new subreddit. Hey, we could do that on this series as well.
I suppose so, yeah. I think it would help encourage a discussion about the optimal play styles and hopefully put an end to constant arguments in the community. Well, will we be able to comment accurately any of this? Because I don't even care about speedrunning.
I find it interesting. That's another thing in the stream. The developers talked about, or someone asked them about the gold talk conversation.
Yeah.
And first things first, they've been talking about it themselves. They're wondering what they want to do to it. And well, they think you should just mine gold because it's there. Just mine it. But they are worried about they're not fond of it being something that people won't just do, or it's not they kind of want to add to motivation to mine it, but they don't really know how they'd go about that. I think was kind of their end take, which I know is not directly related to that question, but that's that's what he's referring to with the discussion and constant arguments. It's really just gold at this point. I think there are other ones, but gold is really the spark that has kind of split the community, I would argue.
I'll do what I will do. I will see if there's anyone in this Reddit yet. And I'll probably join it too. 7 members. Right, so there's actually no proper posts yet.
Very small.
Brilliant.
All right, we'll keep a close eye on you, Reddit. Yeah. And if anyone's watching and they like speedrunning, go join that Reddit.
Did they nerf
maybe
event chances?
We'll take it over.
What? He's wondering if they nerfed the chances of machine events spawning since Oktoberfest started. No, it's just RNG. No, it's just how it works.
It's RNG. Sometimes but it feels so weird.
You just have spells. It's just like the weather. Sometimes it's just nothing.
You can go 10 games without a machine event, and then you can go the next 17 with them. And literally, since the event has started, I've played probably 20 missions, and 19 of those have had robot events.
This is perfect, by the way. Random doesn't mean something happens X% of the time, as that's the opposite of random, that's consistency. Just like you saw a streak of too many, now you're seeing fewer, then you'll see even more or even less because random. Human brains think patterns and correlations are horrible with random. I mean, I don't know about the actual grammar, but he's right. He's hit it on the head. And this guy's saying, it's happening to me as well. Did you read this guy's comment?
No, literally, I think that was the thing on the Reddit as well. Not the Reddit, on the stream. Someone was like, I haven't had so-and-so for so long. Have you changed something? And they're like, nope, you're just unlucky.
Yeah, it's percent chance. It's not the chance of a cargo crate spawning in a mission is 33.3% recurring.
Which is obscene.
But it's not which means 1 in 3 probability. That doesn't actually mean every 3rd mission you'll get one. That's not how it works. And I feel like people understand that, but they still interpret the percentage thing wrong. It's weird. But no, you're just going through a dry spell. What the hell?
On the
What's
Steam
that?
Deck.
Oh, the Steam Deck. Well, I would hope it would run well. Steam Deck. I just realised I would probably like having a Steam Deck.
I'm not sure how good it is currently. I've not really heard that much about it.
Well, if the specs aren't good, then obviously I wouldn't want it. But I mean, if it can run Deep Rock well, and it's like I can take it away from here.
You're addicted.
Oh, that'd be great. But I'm glad your Deep Rock is running smooth as butter on your Steam Dick.
Oh,
That was just me being funny. Anyway, when will season 3 begin? Well, I mean, you know, someone will. I'm sure someone will have.
It's a day before Film Red releases in the UK.
Have they said that it will definitely be that? I mean, I guess it probably will be. I think the last 2 were 2 weeks. They had to wait.
I think they did say about 2 weeks. I think they actually have said.
I think that's because it's probably because like the certification thing always takes more than a week, or they can just safely assume that it will, but they're not gonna not release it on Thursday, because it could still be ready before the 17th, but which is actually 2 months from today.
In fact, it's 2 months. It's kind of whack.
That sounds worse than it is, isn't it? But remember, take a month away from this is when experimental branch will start.
Is that true?
It'll be 2 weeks before release, so it'll be a month before console release.
It's basically just an extra month for us, because really most PC players will play the experimental, so they get it a month early. Basically.
And I don't even want to play the experimental. That's the thing, especially because, especially in my position where it won't run very well, and it'll just be spoiled in a way where I wouldn't want to play it.
And plus, there is some level
what's going
of
on there.
There is some level of comfort in playing and getting used to a weapon that you know won't get heavily tampered with.
Exactly. Everything's more stable. It's still things like it's mostly just hot fixes. Like there's barely ever balance changes after a console release, so it's good in that sense. It's just a long way. Either way. What the hell is this? The distance from host options is a bit busted, I think. I keep seeing how some Asian countries want to have the close distance filter on for lobbies. Well, where are you? Oh, it's in South Africa. Well, yeah, that isn't close, is it? I feel like close should be at least in the same continent.
Wait, where would be close to South Africa, other than just further up Africa?
Just adjacent, like attached countries, I think.
Wait, never eat shredded. It's bottom of Africa. There ain't shit attached down there.
Well, above there will be.
Yeah, sure, above, but like only slightly higher up Africa is really all you're gonna get.
And to be fair, probably not a lot of people playing Deep Rock there. That's just the truth.
The bottom of Africa is actually very.
Yeah, South Africa
is very white.
Well, the rich people are white.
Yeah.
The rest is still fairly like what you'd expect from Africa, like stereotypical.
Or at least it's very like colonized. They just slapped like a shit ton of like suburban houses down there.
It is technically a lot richer than the rest of Africa, but there's still a weird like segregation. Well, we're not here to discuss that. He's just talking about ping and stuff. I mean, I don't really know what we can provide.
I don't really get the I kind of get the whole close far in it, but I've not actually seen the game run any better or worse depending on the far or close servers. I don't know about you, but like, you don't really join servers, so you don't have much to say. Like, you're not allowed to go away.
But like,
yeah, I mean, I join on whatever servers basically got the longest time on it because I'm a little shithead.
Do you really? So you join someone who's been in the game for 24 hours, or you don't because they're usually not.
No,
they're usually not real.
Yeah, you'll fall through the floor on that one.
Yeah.
But you're looking at like 20 minutes in like a low air cunt, or like.
So that's not a long time. That's you just grifting. You're not trying to help people. You're just trying to do missions quickly.
Yeah. And normally it's my missions because I don't really play otherwise. But yeah. With that aside, literally it can be close, far, worlds, whatever that one is. It doesn't really matter. I've never seen the game perform any less better or worse. I mean, I lag when I play with Harry. We're basically neighbours.
If close is like Asian when you're in South Africa, then how would far also not just be world comparatively?
Yeah.
I mean, is there any difference between far and world anyway? Oh god, he wants to turn aim assist off. Honestly, Deep Rock doesn't even feel like it has aim assist.
It does?
It doesn't feel like it. If it does, it's very subtle.
If it does, it's not helping because I'm missing all my fucking Sabatas.
No, also,
like,
Deep Rock would be horrible with aim assist. I don't think Horde shooters should have aim assist.
Do you in the comments see if someone said that it does or not? Because I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Hearing about aim in DRG sounds very weird, especially from a PC perspective. How does the Loki 1 work with it? Also, sorry, but I won't be able to answer your question.
What do you mean how to look one work with it? Doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the only gun this guy can use. Unless, oh no, it has too much aim assist, so he can't use it.
I don't know. Because all I can really say is, I'm not even sure if Deep Rock has aim assist, but I don't actually know that.
Normally you can like feel it more often than not.
Yeah, because
especially if it's strong, which
like in Black Ops, like in COD.
Yeah, like if the enemies
even it's heightened even more, which is weird.
If the enemies aren't players, they really ramp up the aim assist, and normally you can feel it like twang your goddamn like your thing onto them.
Except in Deep Rock, where it doesn't feel like it has any.
I don't feel anything. So it might be, if there is, it's slight. So God knows what this guy's on.
Wow, I never even thought about it though. I never even thought about the fact
he senses like all fucking.
He senses all.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
You ever played DRG and had the ability to trench warfare? No, because I'm not a coward. So as soon as it's like bunkering, he just spends fights digging tunnels. So he can flank. That's actually cool. He's flanking.
He's just or I think maybe just the main area is. Yeah, okay, it's a bit weird that he's doing it. Barricade was the one thing keeping Doretta safe.
That's not keeping Doretta safe. Also, I think that's a beer mug. I think that's the best worst beer mug. Yeah, that's not going to keep it safe.
Which, by the way, I'm very close to getting level 100. With the beer mug, it's just like every other mission. I level up and tier up. It's fucking piss.
Yeah. This is talking about a specific mission. Right, that would actually keep Doretta safe because they're stationary, ranged.
Yeah, I wondered why he was flanking in the first place because I thought maybe he was doing like a rival presence and there was like a rival thing in that room.
A turret controller is a slightly similar scenario to a tyrant weed, isn't it? I mean, they're very similar actually.
Although you could, well, at least when you take down the turrets, they don't come back. So tyrant weed is still like a tier above in threat level, but yeah, no, I think it's very similar.
There's overall probably more turrets than there will be spitters
at any given moment. Yeah.
Yeah, and probably overall, unless you're really slow. There's probably close to 24 turrets total.
I'd say 12, maybe 15, but let's say there even is 20. Korok releases like 6 at a time, and it's like guaranteed 3 regens, and chances are you're not doing that. So it's gonna have 5 regens, 6s. You're entering like 30 turrets, and another 30 shooting ones.
Correct, but I think it changes based on player count, and I don't think the number of turrets does.
I've not really gotten Tyrant Weed enough times to really study it enough.
I have, and I've spent long enough with one of them to. I spent like 40 minutes fighting one once. That's a story.
And what, you don't think it's enough turrets?
Yeah, but that was a very specific scenario.
Sure, but when is it like the best case scenario? You can kill it in 3.
Tyler, there was probably like more than 100 spitters during this escapade.
How is that even possible?
Because it just went on for so long.
Yeah, but you had to kill some for it to respawn more.
Yeah, I killed them and then it would bring more back. And it was just an endless cycle. Because the healing pods, they always spawned out of reach. Like it was always a trek to get to the healing pods every time, and it put them in the same place. But obviously, it's a trek to get back as well. But I have to come back to kill the spitters to open it. So it was just an endless cycle of horror. And there were constant swarms and exploders because I was an exploder infestation as well. Oh, it's horrible. Right.
Okay. They mentioned this.
Something.
They mentioned this on the Reddit. They're aware of this bug and they're fixing it. And yeah, it's only a visual glitch. It doesn't actually show on the final screen, the double XP, it just shows the normal mission going up. It doesn't show the cup, but they're fixing it.
Yeah.
They're on it.
Oh, that edit seems like it's only a visual glitch. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you do still get it. So
What?
Someone scroll down, Harry.
I will.
I want to see it.
Oh.
Golden turd.
I guess it does look like a golden turd. Oh, we broke it. Oh.
This is something I've really wanted to do for like a long time now, but I have no intentions of ever doing it, but I do want to do it. I want to actually like whip out drills and sculpt in Deep Rock.
What the
like
hell?
drills and pickaxe. I want to actually like fucking make something.
Well, it's obviously not worth doing.
No, I'd have to put it in like has one, and I'd just do it for the sake of being able to.
I know, I guess we would
But
screenshot it, I suppose, but still, it's like...
yeah,
just goes
it's just
away.
something I wanted to try. But I've yet to bring myself to, probably because of that reason, that it's, in the end, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Sludge pump with EPC tier 5C or wave cooker tier 5A. Whichever one you want. Yeah, both, because that's plasma burn and that's contagion transmitter.
Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't got it yet.
Loving sludge with goo bomber EPC. Just melts bugs. Thing is, better or worse.
Let's look at this guy. You've seen both are valid. Differences: plasma burn increases damage over time. Wait, what? Oh, of your puddles. That's true. Yeah. Benefits close status effect and firing actively.
Yeah, isn't the like the neurotoxin stuff? That's a lot more like single target damage boost, right?
No, the neurotoxin, neither really, because the radiation is like it radiates out from an enemy, and
but that's not really
the neurotoxin spreads to all nearby enemies as well.
Yeah, so there is light AOE, but it's mainly to just stack hella statuses against a single target. Like that's at least the best use for it, really. Meanwhile, the plasma burn is just kind of best against hordes. Really.
You want to know which one would have better overall DPS in both groups of enemies and tanky enemies?
Probably the wave
God,
cooker,
I mean,
right?
this guy's just going hard.
Once again, pretty much up to your preference.
Yeah, he's hit it on the head, really.
I mean, that's kind of what it is, though. Like, generally, the game is quite well balanced, but especially for like those two examples, it's just your pick, really. I mean, Driller as a whole, other than grenades and the Sabata, is really just kind of that. Like, it's just up to you. Do what you want. Just as good as each other most of the time. Except Sabata and grenades. But...
I'd like to briefly draw attention to the rules of the Deep Rock Galactic subreddit. Number 1, hate speech and racism is not tolerated. Number 4, no elves allowed.
yeah.
Okay. Seems a bit hypocritical. That's what I'm saying. There we go.
Elves aren't a race.
I hope this guy's seen... I hope someone,
But devs know about this and are doing their best.
There you go.
So it's a visual bug.
There you go. It's easy. What?
Yeah.
This little cup gives me 2 times XP.
I still get freaked out on how little animation there is when you hold it. Like, it just kind of hovers there on your screen.
It's so weird, because like your hand is completely stationary as well, so you're not even breathing.
Yeah. I don't get it.
You didn't have the time to put it in.
I think that's the case. But yeah, freaks me out. Maybe you had it with the patch of it, please. Maybe, please. Speak me out.
Hi. These guys.
That is quite common. People are really. I mean, I think 3D as like or 3D printing as like a hobby is really skyrocketed like over the last couple of years. And there is a sizable amount of those people that actively like Deep Rock.
So I can't tell if this is because like 3D printers just kind of end up like this, but it's sort of whether it's intentional or not, he's replicated like the polygonal
polygons.
model.
No, he did
like,
it on
perfect.
purpose.
Yeah, I guess so. That's like basically a perfect grunt.
Well, yeah, there's probably a chance that he literally copied and pasted the model in game.
Yeah, I mean he definitely did.
Yeah, or someone did it online because I think
or
3D printers.
someone already made a perfect model.
It's like a website that just has like that. It's just an archive of all like 3D models that can be printed.
I like these guys.
And
I don't think.
yeah,
It's something weird. The grunts. I don't think they have a. They're not particularly gross, are they? Their mouths are kind of weird, but the grunts, they're almost. I wouldn't say cute. Right.
well, considering all you have to do is make a blue hue around them and call him Steve, and people will be like in love with them. There is an argument that like generally they're not that unattractive of things.
It's because of the lack of detail, though.
Yeah.
In the real world, this would be the most horrifying thing ever conceived.
Yeah. If we found like,
yeah, I reckon the like DRG, like the way it looks, is actually just how the dwarves see. That's why they're not afraid of anything.
yeah, to people they are like probably what the concept art is, like just absolute insect beings of horror.
But this is like literally real world how they look for the dwarves.
Yeah, they're
brilliant.
The little petting things.
Yeah. Apparently, this Reddit's in the top 1%.
I saw that. That feels weird. I think it's just a lot of shitty Reddits that's more one no one cares about. So.
Oh, we got 11k performance points in one mission.
Not that surprising, really.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. All right.
It's taking its time.
Wow.
The map is killing me.
Oh, 18 level. Well, oh god, it says that though. So surely he got 21,000, right? Right?
No.
Yeah, I think so, because if you total up, you got 1.
No. Because it doesn't double all XP. It just doubles the mission performance. That's why he's saying he's got 11k when it only says 10 there. Because technically he did just get 11k.
That's 11k.
No.
Yeah, you would say 11k. You wouldn't say 10k.
And he didn't realise that it wasn't showing it truly. But then he got like 12k basically. I mean, what is it? 250, 500. 877.50 extra 2k. I'm not really sure how the math checks out. I think it does just count it.
Don't even bother. Whoa.
Freeze needs to nerf badly.
Aye, okay, man. This should be interesting.
Here we are. This is a take. Also, could do with.
Yeah, it's a take because this part is actually just wrong. So. Cryobolts are fine, but it's not the meta.
I think cryobolts are actually. I think we've done them dirty. We thought they were pretty mid, but I think I still can't agree with that. But like, I have seen the dev use it on the streams. He was using it, and it has its uses. As far as like giant things, like like spitters, not spitters, but literally a shoot at that, and it's like pause. It's like and then you can kill them a lot easier with scout. Like they are still good. But
yeah, that's true. The point is that the firebolts cover more for scout's weaknesses.
Yeah,
that's adding to his strength of single target damage.
It's not at all meta, and it's not at all by big margin.
Cryonade, yeah, best one. Majority of the time, anyways, it fucking matters. I don't think it's actually because of the cryo effect though. I mean, it's just because of what they. I mean, it is, but not because of how strong it is. It's just because that's just the nature of the cryo grenades.
Well, I think no. You've got to give it that, like, because cryo grenades are basically the same as pheromone grenades, but the fact that cryo is just a stronger status effect makes it better. Like that's the fact that it is because it's cryo that it's as strong as it is.
Cryo cannon toppled the other two until sludge pump got a huge buff.
So he himself admits that it's not the strongest right now. Also, that is debatable. I agree with him, but I still agree with him. I still think Cryo Cannon's the best.
Cryo Minutes, again, meta by a good amount. I'm not even sure if that's true.
Well, Axis Chronos certainly didn't agree with that.
No. Ice does everything. I don't know about that, mate. Cryo options dominate the categories by a huge amount unless those other options get giant buffs. As for how I'd fix it, despite the way I described it, I just think the only big problem is whopping 3 times damage instead of the classic 2 times to use that kind of thing.
Don't you fucking dare, mate. Don't. I'm glad no one's given this any...
No, that's so... The reason why it's so dumb is because weak points exist. Basically, that's it. That's why.
Then
otherwise, this would still be very good if Cryo was double damage.
At worst, if it's still good. So he thinks this wouldn't make it bad at all. This would just, if it doesn't work, he still thinks it might not be enough. You can make the freeze a little shorter, harder to proc. Jesus Christ!
Wow, that's horrible.
Yeah,
I don't want this future. Oh. Yeah, okay. So, this is interesting as well, though, this response, mainly because it's so big, but also I like how he goes straight in with the has 6 times 2, which... Don't talk about modded difficulties here.
That's the issue with mods, is that people think it's a valid part of the game, and it should be accounted for, but it isn't.
I try and stop myself from referring to Hazard 5 when we're talking about the meta, because I know most people don't play it.
Yeah, like, people talk about, like, because there was a whole grenade with the boomerang. People are like, cryo grenade is still going to reign supreme, and pheromones are still, good for, modded hazards. And it's like, sure, I'm glad pheromone has a point where it's good, but, like, you can't count that as a pro in pheromones.
And also, obviously, fire is going to be better when you have double the amount of enemies.
Yeah. I mean, it's same for everything, really. I mean, sticky fuel, all that bollocks.
I don't know about volatile bullets being a main argument for fire being better. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I think it's a component. I don't think it's the best one. As well as White Phosphorus Boomstick and Inferno Breach Cutter arguably being the best secondary setups.
I don't think you'd agree with that. So that's a bit weird because it's wrong.
Yeah.
When it comes to actual fire, right? These two aren't actually good at dealing with big crowds because of the fire. That's what volatile impact mixture, volatile impact reactor, and fire bolts are for. So this is weird. It feels like he's actually talking about, like, he literally only references sticky fuel for clearing up large groups. This is weird. It's really weird.
And then he moves on to actual has 5, where I'm running cryo or fire isn't defining the overall mission. Both are better in certain scenarios, not wrong. Mainly
cryo
fire
can be better against tanky enemies. That is true, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. Cryo grenades versus IFGs and clear cut as you make it out to be, as IFGs are generally considered superior by the modded community. Once again,
I agree that IFGs have a lot going for them, and they're more because they're more equal than like Drill's other grenades are to the impact axes, right? There's just things that Cryo does that people love, right? Like being able to one-shot breeders and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but you can get more use out of IFGs, I think, technically.
IFGs last longer. They don't inherently boost your damage as much, though. But there is still a boost there. And it's like, what? I don't know. I think they all do the same thing. Like, except pheromones don't boost your damage, but it kind of does, because then the enemies are just damaging each other. Like, all of Scout's grenades do the same thing, and I think it's interesting how people have such wild takes on it.
I just think both these guys are slightly misguided, because this guy's a bit...
I think
bringing up the modded things is just weird.
Yeah.
To me. Just don't. Just don't.
Hold on. The guy actually responded here. You can't ignore. Some great insight. Honestly, strangely kind of enjoy people tearing my opinions apart like this.
What the hell? He's like a weird masochist.
I agree with that, except that I also don't enjoy it, but I do find it interesting. I forgot that IGs are a bunch longer. Right, yeah. Spoken like a true Greenbeard. Yeah, there's people using Greenbeard as a shutdown. Okay, I think this is going to be the anti one. This
Cryo
is
bolts, garbage. Freeze way too slow and way too small radius. Pheromone bolts are considered the meta. Pheromone bolts slash fire bolts is the meta.
yeah.
Cryo grenade, probably most niche. What?
Nah. It's weird that he's going for the IFGs, but it's just a fact that cryo grenades are the meta of Scouts grenades. I don't think it's justified, but it is a fact.
And you talk about how
Cryo
Ice
cannon,
Storm
I
is the
kid
more
thee
popular
not.
thing or something.
Oh no! Fuck off! It's so bad. Cryo minutes clunky, slow, ammo inefficient. Freeze may be the most powerful debuff in the game, but its sources can't pump it out at rates that beats actual damage. Yeah, that's because you're talking about fucking Ice Storm and not the thing that actually does that thing that pumps it out at a good enough rate.
No, well, I think he's not correct. I don't think either one beats the other out, though. That's the thing. I think this argument is the reason why Cryo isn't above Fire and why they're actually more equal than people think. Because I think Fire is just more consistent and more responsive, in my opinion.
Cryo's exclusivity is part of its, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually also right about that. Maybe I'm not too correct about the firebolts being meta because of co-op. They're not really that as good.
Co-op fucks around with all the metas, not just because of English difficulty, but because other players will do things. Like they'll like participate. Like we both agree that neurotoxin payload is like the strongest shit in the game, right? The most ammo efficient, the most just generally excellent at killing. But with a team, kind of fucking sucks. As in, like, all the enemies are neurotoxin, so all your teammates just have to kind of sit there and wait for them to die without using ammo, or they just shoot them, which is then a waste of their ammo. But it kind of, like, I don't know, it just kind of fucks around, and I don't like when anyone else runs it.
In a team scenario, a good neurotoxin player, it will be using fear, so that's not as necessary. So the closer enemies will be running away. So your teammates don't have much reason to just shoot them while they're dying from neurotoxin, or they'll just be layering every enemy they see before they're like coming at you, basically.
Yeah,
like those faraway groups.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's still, I don't know. I'm not fond of when other people run it, and I mean you as well, mainly because you're the only person that I think is other than Tom. Tom discovered it, and once again he'll probably claim that.
And he pretty much uses it every time he plays Gunner as well.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not fond of it. But yeah, this was a pretty scuffed take with a pretty scuffed comments.
Yeah. Also might be... Well, let's see what else there is first.
Sausage.
Sausage!
Yeah.
There you go. What? What is it? Why are you saying this? Some pumpkins laugh when destroyed. Can you even destroy them?
Apparently.
What, the ones in... Because they're only in a space rig. I'm going to just... What's this?
Oh, it's a minute long. I refuse to believe that their laugh is that long.
Well, you know, there was the pumpkins in...
Look at the comment while loading.
You know, in the Halloween event, the pumpkins, you can destroy them and they do laugh. But there aren't any pumpkins in the caves in the Oktoberfest. So... Oh! I now want to see the video because he said it's not supposed to matter since we're not supposed to have live weapon fire on the space rig. So is this modded? Yeah, I thought so. So he's just destroying the pumpkins. What? Whatever. Okay, so I figured it out because like they're just the pumpkins from Halloween, so they still have that in them. Some of them laugh when destroyed, but you're not meant to be able to destroy them because they're on the space rig.
Yeah.
So that's pretty silly. Oh.
Is this guy actually making beers?
I think that might be what it is. Recipes for drinking DLG beers. I would like us all to share how these beers would taste. That's what the recipes would be. And I've seen some channels that 3D printed mugs. Got ideas what the beers would taste like. Right. So we want... Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I don't know enough about like any of this to yeah.
Ugh, what even is milk stout? Stout with habanero sauce and caffeine, served with sugar around the rim. What? That's from the wiki description. Oh, right, the sugar around the rim is, yeah. Replacing military-grade combat stims with caffeine. Brilliant. Right. What the hell? Why is he making a build video and he's got the boomerang there? Anyway,
I think he's already making.
I think this will be the last thing that we cover as well.
Why is he calling it the Voltic Stun Sweeper? Because that actually sounds like a name for it.
Also, we've got to be careful with this because this is just someone's YouTube video.
So the stone sweeper looks like a...
He's calling it the Stun Sweeper.
He is.
That's such a weird interpretation of...
I don't know where he got it from, but I believe that to be its name.
That could be its name,
boomerang
personally.
that stuns and electrocutes enemies in a chain, and also comes back to you.
Can I point out, the stun... Like people have brought up, I mean, mainly you, but it's weird that it stuns and electrocutes. It's kind of not, because they do two different things. Yeah, electricity slows down, but that's actually...
I didn't say it's weird. My thing is just they're stunning for so long.
Yeah,
Like...
okay, but whatever. Because the electricity is just a way of doing damage in this scenario, and the stun is a way of stopping enemies. Like, it prevents them from attacking. Electricity doesn't, it just slows them down. They wanted both. So that's that.
I'm gonna show you some loadouts that I think would work well with the stun sweeper.
Oh, he's predicting loadouts.
The GK2 with bullets and...
Really?
Yeah, I could see that
I
coming.
think I'm just gonna...
That guy, he only has 2 grenades. He only had 2 optional grenades.
Damn, you're right. How did you spot... I'm so impressed that you spotted that. He's got all the weapons, though. He's got...
Yeah.
That's really odd.
I mean, he's got IFG, we can't really guess what the other one was. What do you think he's got? IFG is the one you start with. What do you think he bought? Think he's even bothered to get pheromones?
Well, pheromones is the third one.
Alright.
So probably not. And I don't see what specifically would be good with the stun sweeper. What's he doing with the... What? Wait, hold on. That's not scout. That's not... I mean, I guess, but, you know, you're not going to be able to do it. You've got to rely on a teammate. I mean, this is odd. This is very odd. I'm just going to ignore this for now.
He's getting in there, though. He's getting that build down. What
Oh my god, we've had this before. A bug where we kept something looking up and spinning. Do you remember this? I've had it. I don't remember if you did. I used to have it a lot. I don't know how it's come about again though. I thought it was just like a thing that everyone had for like a day, and they patched it out.
I just have that whenever my controller decides that it's turned off.
Yeah, maybe it's that.
It just hasn't turned off. Like it's on, but it's like nah. This one's fun to look at.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I mean, I you know, it's not like
I just want to remind everyone that and it's not really. It's like when I was growing up. Oh no, yeah, like, you know, when your parents like when I was young or whatever. But the game is in a lot better state than it used to be. At least, I mean, generally, but especially on like Xbox and stuff. Like it used to crash 1 in 3 games. It used to. Why? Flamethrower has no advantage.
That's what I talked about in the video. The flamethrower. Yeah. Not be able to do
Don't
that.
watch that.
Well, I mean, before this goes on for far too fucking long, we did a video. There's a video on this, so you can watch that.
Yeah, just me though. Harry was out watching cars go around in circles.
Oh no, that was only a little bit of it, and that was the worst part. Bastard.
So are we down here?
Yeah, definitely, because otherwise this would just be stupidly long.
Well, I think it's already stupidly long, so I was just kind of leading into it.
Oh, good.
Basically, just
well, no, it is,
like
though. That's fine, though, because we got...
a scattered podcast at this point.
That was my idea for it, though. That's what I wanted it to be. But scattered, but each part is more focused still. It's all over the place, but
yeah,
we're still on topic. It's just a lot of different topics.
Anyway. All right.
Not that I got any podcast ideas from it. Or I didn't really... Just didn't pick up on anything. Yeah, I didn't pay attention in that sense.
Never mind.
Maybe we should talk about furries for a podcast.
That's a brilliant idea, Tyler.
Thank you.
Anyway.
First things first. They're hot.
What? Right, we need to stop. We need to stop. We've got to get out of here. I can't. No furries.
Can't spend longer on the Deep Rock subreddit, or you'll die. Just instant death. That's actually a thing. I want to wrap it up. If you haven't ended it.
Yeah, go on.
In the stream, the developers made fun of the Reddit. They're like, oh, I don't know. They're basically just like anything goes down there or whatever.
Anything
like,
goes.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That is pretty funny. That is awesome.
So, Rock and Stone.
Rock and Stone, Reddit.